Morning, everybody. Welcome to morning prayer. It's Thursday, last day in April today. I think if I stand, I can't work out which way to stand so that my glasses don't go crazy, but with the light. But welcome. Today, the church is remembering Pandita Mary Ramabai, translator of the scriptures from 1922. She was born into a high caste Indian family in South Kanara in 1858, so same time that this church was built. She was taught Sanskrit by her father, an expert on the language, but she lost both her parents during a pilgrimage to South India in 1874 and had to fend for herself, travelling with her brother to the sacred Hindu shrines, where she recited Sanskrit poetry to the crowds. She ended up in Calcutta, and it was there that she was then accorded the novel title of Pandita, Mistress of Learning. Usual in Indian culture was an educated woman with such linguistic skills. She challenged traditional Indian culture by making calls for female emancipation and by marrying a man of a lower caste. But her marriage was short-lived, and she was left a widow with no status and with a small child to care for. This experience gave her an insight into the sufferings of Hindu women and widows less privileged than herself. In Bengal, she encountered Christian believers, and finding that Hinduism, with its expectation of resigned suffering, was of no help to her, studied the Bible and Christianity. At the same time, she opened welfare and education centres and campaigned to improve the political situation of widows and women in general. Invited to England by Anglican nuns, the Wantage sisters, education, she and her daughter were baptized there. Returning to India, she continued her work, extending it to the unmarried mothers and young girls. She was criticized by Hindus for denying her roots and by Christians because conversion of the people she worked with was not a major priority. She had no time for denominational infighting and based her faith on Jesus of the Bible and sought to express it in an authentically Indian way. In 18, an evangelical conversion and added evangelism to her social work. Her main sphere of work was the administration of the Mukti institution, which she had founded